Hello, I'm Russell Hanabusa, founder of Skinsampler. We collect information on people in new ways to solve old problems. This is a skin sample. It is a small object that deliberately makes wirelessly detectable DNA evidence to identify people. Skin samplers provide many new business opportunities. The problem is that there are many harmful people. They threaten us and those we love. How to stop them? The key is to identify them. Identifying them will deter them, will stop them, it will make sure they won't do anything else again. All right, how can we do this? So, how does a skin sampler do this? Okay, you can think of it like a common access badge, like this badge here. You use them at work, right? They're wirelessly detectable. You kind of hear it beeping now. Maybe I'll bring this. Oh, it's beeping. Okay. If it scratches you, it'll take and hold your DNA, holding your skin. It becomes wirelessly detectable DNA evidence. Skin sampler is like a badge, except it's much smaller. All those capabilities in a very small package. Provides new capabilities. It has 4 features which make it ideal for identifying people. DNA samples, it's wirelessly detectable. It's contaminating, it spreads from person to person. And it's stealthy, it won't be detected. We'll see how it does this. Right? On the left, blank skin sampling material. Clear. After one rub, you can see visible skin flakes that hold DNA. Second, wirelessly detectable. Some phones already have a detector in it which is capable of detecting skin samplers. Others can have it just by adding a module. Contaminating. As you can see in this diagram, they spread from people to objects, onto new people, spreading all throughout any group. Stealthy. They can be made too small to be noticed by eye and electronically stealthy, undetected by enemy detectors. These provide new capabilities that we didn't have before. We can create lots of DNA evidence against people. This evidence is wirelessly detectable. Provides a unique identification number. It's stealthy and spreads. Creates many giant new markets, well, big markets. They range from anti-kidnapping to military intelligence and many more. What we provide at Skinsampler is we provide exclusive patent agreements, licensing agreements. Each of our licensees has exclusive rights to a particular market, the target market they want, be it self-defense products, military products, or others. Let's take a look at the anti-kidnapping market. These products can join the $100 million US market for women's and children's apparel. There are 17.7 million living victims of rape in the United States, 58,000 non-family child abductions per year. Unreported crimes range from 1 to 6 times more. Worldwide totals times that by 20. The girl in this sweater weighs 50 pounds, and she's helpless against kidnappers. In the United States, on average, every 16 days, 4 children are kidnapped, raped, and murdered. That was true of the last 16 days, it'll be true of the next 16 days. How to protect them? We add skin samplers, changing her into a de-identification booby trap against kidnappers. Here's a skin sampler. It's cute and convicting. On the front side, skin sampling material. On the back side, Velcro patch to hold it on loosely, and wireless protection tag. When the kidnapper strikes, the skin samplers will randomly scatter. There are so many, they're bound to create DNA evidence against them, scattering on the ground. We cannot clean all of that up in time and still escape without being seen. Even if he flees, the skin samplers will drop from him and the child will mark every place he goes wirelessly with the kid's unique ID code. The skin samplers identify the kidnapper in two ways: by the DNA evidence, and second, by wirelessly marking anything that's associated with him, be it his car or his home or other things. Additionally, the skin samplers, if she has a skin sampling phone like this, the phone can automatically call for help, sending its GPS location. She doesn't have to do anything deliberately to make it happen. How this works: the phone is always looking for the skin samplers. As the foil is stripped away, the tag becomes visible to the phone. Once it sees it, on the left, it calls for help immediately, sending its GPS location off to a security service. In moments, the police can close in from all sides to rescue the girl. The evidence created against them will convict him. Okay. Additionally, skin samplers can be used not just on children, but can identify many valuable objects. Okay. Pets, children, enemy spies, dangerous chemicals, even weapons. People can be paid money just for making these detections. Just put it on your phone, leave it open for detection, you'll get money for it. This will mean the detection network will go everywhere, detecting things all the time on everyone. This will will transform the world into a much safer place, where the network of detectors, the central database which will collect all detection data from all of the skin sampler businesses, will combine to make a much richer and safer world. If you want to obtain a license agreement on your particular target market, then contact us. Thank you. Any questions? Yes, sir.
These non-family child abductions you're talking about, how many of them are not wearing gloves and other, anti-forensic?
Okay. It turns out that even if you wear gloves or like that, it wouldn't protect it. It wouldn't keep you from being guarded. In that, all we need is 1 microgram of your skin. So even the skin that comes from your dandruff that falls onto your clothes, we get your clothes, it can still get you. Even with that.
How about privacy and false positives?
Okay, false positives in that they'll collect data from DNA from anyone it touches. What happens, that makes a list of people that the police investigate. Okay, so they just go right down that list and say, where were you at the time of death? Where were you at the time of death? And then, since they can check that out, they'll find out that one guy's story doesn't check out. He's lying. Okay. In terms of privacy, there's no privacy issue. Privacy comes into effect when the government spies on you. But you can videotape yourself all you want and broadcast it. Okay. And you can protect your property that way as well. What we're doing here with the skin samplers is that the guy is stealing her property. He's stealing her skin samples. So we're just recovering her property. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
You showed an example where the foil peeled off and starts transferring. How do you keep this from happening just from innocent actions?
Okay, right. All right. There can be. Okay. We can adjust the strength of the shield, making it weaker for people who are very delicate, stronger for those who are strong. We just adjust it to their lifestyle. We can actually kind of backup slide on that. So we can make it so, again, everything, the strength of all these things can be adjusted to fit the lifestyle of a kid who jumps out of trees. Well, we make it very strong. For someone very delicate, we make it very delicate.
Right, but is it a case that, they take repeated hits and eventually they peel off?
Well, you could just wrap it up in new aluminum foil too. Yeah, it's really just that simple. It's designed to be really working. If it gets stripped, then you pretty rapid. Okay, we've done that as well.
But in that case, you wouldn't want it to be automatically contact the authorities because this
Right.
would happen at any time.
Well, we could have a service. We could have it just called parents. That would be like a low-cost model. It could also call a service, which would have like layers of support. Like premium level, someone will pick up the phone in 2 seconds. Premium cost. Mid-level cost, well, we'll get to it in our queue of people who answer the response. Lowest cost, it'll be an automated response, and we'll get to it when we can. So, you know, tiered service according to what you want to pay for. But those will all be screens that'll keep the police away. And it'll also record all of the information. So even if the attacker occurs down the block, we still know the attacker is down the block. So the police have that information. So, okay, maybe we didn't get to it in time and the kid's gone, but we know where it was, and we know where to start looking for the DNA. We should start looking right there.
So,
Yes.
I was curious, there are, as I can see, there are 3 very specific market segments. One is, and the predominant market segment is people with a phone, a smartphone, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So, these are, let's say, normal people, and but there is also a class which may not have phones.
Yes.
Yeah, they cannot, maybe because they don't own smartphones or just have a basic phone, and also the extreme segment which is high value persons, they don't want to have a phone with them because they don't want to give out their locations,
Okay.
but still they are concerned about their privacy. So this basic and the extreme market segments, right?
Okay.
How do you address them? Can you make it a standalone device? Which
Yes, you can. Okay. We can actually make it a remarkably cheap device. It's actually made cheap enough for just about anybody in the world. Because remember, just because you don't have a phone, that's one level of protection. But you can still DNA sample the person involved and wirelessly mark them. And if they know that, they aren't going to be looking for getting that done to them. So we can do something here. We can actually reduce the cost of this. Like with the tag, it's typically 20 cents. If we make it the same, it looks the same, but it doesn't have the RFID tag, we will do 95% of the cost. Right? Which means we can, by just changing the percentage of tags here, we can reduce the cost all the way down to that of plastic beads. So even the poorest person in the world, they're wearing plastic beads which have this logo on it, which says Skinsampler. How are you going to know what they've got? They look poor. Maybe they've got something that's really not that good, but everybody in the world can have a rich uncle. And so you're in trouble. And additionally, when there's a network of detectors like this, where every phone is looking for them, feeding the data into the database, then every phone will be making detection, even if it's a total stranger over there. But your phone, those tags break open, then his phone makes the detection and sends that information up to the database. The database says that number means trouble. I'm going to contact the security service for that person through a third party's phone. So, like the phone is a network device, so we have all the advantages of a network. So millions of protectors. Okay, thank you.